them all good fights.
I always felt that if Keith Thurman was still active and he still that momentum that Keith Thurman had, I always thought it was going to be Bud and Thurman. I never thought it was going to be Bud and Spence. I felt like, and I remember Bo Mack used to say that they asked him who was a harder fight, Spence or Thurman, and they said Thurman. I spoke to Bernie the boxer, and he said several times that that Thurman would have been a harder fight for Bud than a Spence. Did you feel like in Thurman's when he was in the top, that would have been a tougher fight than Errol Spence stylistically?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I'm a big ass Errol fan, and I think that a lot of people kind of just throw Errol under the rug after that fight, but I kind of respect him a lot more because Errol Spence's mentality is just different. So, he's another person who's in there who's willing to die, and he's willing to go places that other people not willing to go. And instead of the fans turning against him, I think that a lot of people should be more so rooting for Errol Spence because of after that fight. Like I don't see how he got any criticism.
Yeah,
that he got. I mean, of course, when you lose, but respect the warrior, respect the fighter that's gonna go put it all on the line, drop their nuts and get in there and try to please everybody else that's watching. Not y'all turning y'all back on the dude that did what y'all asking every other fighter to do.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. And that's what I was saying earlier about the boxing fans, the coach of the boxing fans, and the coach of the MMA fans, that they lose and we're saying retire. Anthony Joshua lose to Andy Ruiz. Yo, he need to retire. Like, yo, and then the rematch comes. He beat Andy Ruiz, and now everybody on some. Yo, he's probably the best heavyweight of the generation. He loses again. He should retire. It's like, yeah, man. Yeah, we the boxing fans are bipolar, man. We don't know what.
Very bipolar, but. We just gotta respect certain fighters who go in there and put it on the line, and I disagree with that logic. When people go put it on the line, y'all bashing them and saying all these bad things about Errol. And now Errol Spence not the fighter that he was for his whole entire career off of one night. One night we just get rid of Errol Spence. Nah, I don't agree with that logic. But to answer your question, I feel as though Keith Thurman would have been a hard fight for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't know, like, with him versus Bud or him versus Errol Spence or even against Boots, because I think that the one thing that I see with Keith Thurman that I see that I don't think he likes southpaws.
You don't like southpaws?